Give it up for your next comedian, Eli Braden. Hey, everybody. Thanks very much for that warm welcome to the stage. The vegan movement of, not eating meat or like animal products is kind of coming up to be a thing, a big thing. And also a big thing is gambling. So I'm just wondering if maybe they should, in the state of Nevada, gambling is legal. So they should probably open a new town called Las Vegans. It's like Las Vegas with an additional in the latter part of the word. So raise your hand if you've bought a lot of masks this year, like face masks. Yeah, it's pretty good show of applause. Or not applause, but show of hands. I'm just, if you're like me, you're doing your taxes, and you just got to wonder, like, are these masks tax deductible? Because I didn't want to buy them, So do I have to? Why do I have to? I mean, I had to buy them, but why do I have to? Can I claim them on my taxes or something? So I wrote a joke about this. What is the wife on The Simpsons? What is her favorite alcoholic drink? It's called a margarita. And, you can kind of imagine she's like, hey, homie, you want to get drunk? I thought of this the other day, too. It's I don't know if it's a joke, but thermometers are like penises. They can go in the butt or in the mouth. Or in the mouth. So I don't know if you heard about this. It's a current contemporary thing. Lady Gaga's dogs got stolen, and it's a pretty bad story because I think the dog walker got killed, or I don't know if he got killed, but he got shot. But everybody's really worried about the dogs, and apparently I just read the dogs got rescued, or they're somehow back in her possession. And I had to wonder, like, I wonder in those days remember when Lady Gaga would wear the meat dress, like the dress made of meat? I bet her dogs were like, I bet let's just say if she wore that around the dog, she was probably naked pretty soon, quickly. We're living like kind of in a PC age, and it's like not cool to call women whores, and I'm into that. I don't like calling women whores or any of that. I'm a very, whatever. I'm like, if there's a feminist man, that's me, or a man who's, I'm like the opposite of a misogynist, whatever that would be, a misogynist. I don't know. That's not really a joke. Something to think about. But I was just thinking though, like, why would you call a woman a whore when a man can be a whore too? Like, for instance, any British. Well, I mean, let me just ask you this: what would you call a man who has slept with 1,984 women? I would call him George Orwell. And, the reason I said British is because George Orwell was a British author. He wrote 1984. Does that make sense? So there's this big thing now about, it's called whataboutism. It's like when you say, well, Republicans did this really bad thing, and it's like, well, what about the Democrats that did this other bad thing? It's kind of like, if you don't, it's hard to explain it, but if you know it, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so whataboutism is a thing. That's a thing that's going on in our culture. But I was just thinking, what about, whataboutism is a thing. What about whataboutism? Whataboutism, but what about whataboutism? And that's like a thing where whataboutism, it's just something I made up. It's like you see someone and you say, wow, what a butt. What a buttism. Because they got a nice butt. Yeah, so you heard about Army Hammer? Yeah. I guess you could say Army Hammer's really getting nailed. Army Hammer, what's next? Navy Screwdriver? And by the way, Tuesday. There's a day Tuesday. Why no Threes Day? And I guess Fours Day is just a distant dream. I've got this thing. I went to see the Mona Lisa hanging on the wall. Yeah, and it reminded me. It was hanging on the wall of a museum, and it made me think, wow, this Mona Lisa hanging here on the wall. It's like the Mona Lisa is like the financial industry. It's Wall Street. You see, because it's a treat for the wall to have Mona Lisa hanging on it, and also Wall Street. It's like a pun. So, you guys Game of Thrones fans here tonight? All I can say is whoever invented the king-size bed never saw Game of Thrones. God, because I'm thinking about King Joffrey. He's a little guy. He's not exactly Shaq. Although I don't know if Shaq would fit in a king-size bed, I'll be honest. By the way, Rick James. I'm a big fan of Rick James. Any Rick James fans here tonight? Show your hands. Yeah, he's great. Super freak, lots of hits. But why two first names? Why couldn't at least one of them been a last name? I don't know, it's just me. So, we have Netflix and chill, right? That's like, you invite a person over and you watch Netflix and Netflix and chill, it turns into sex, We all know it. But, it reminds me, what about if that turned into Netflix and chillax? What would that be, right? And then at that point, it's like Netflix and chillaxative. It's like, who has diarrhea? Chillaxative from watching Netflix and having sex, and all of a sudden you gotta, you're like pooping out during the bed. I mean, on the bed during the sex. It's gross. And does everybody remember that movie, Mike Myers, So I Married an Axe Murderer? I mean, what's next? Netflix and chillax murderer? It's like, it's just, you could go so many directions with this stuff. It's just crazy. And one other thing, just to kind of touch on what's going on in the news with COVID. This is kind of an old story, but I don't know if you remember this or if you heard about this, but the Speaker of the House in New Hampshire, like the New Hampshire, I guess, legislature, they their House of Representatives of the state, not Nancy Pelosi and all that, but like the state House. They had a Speaker of the House that they elected. And just like 1 week after he was sworn in, but I think it's probably like January or February, it's going back away. But or it might have been a she. But 1 week after they were sworn in, they died of COVID. And I don't know about you, but I'm just like, okay, that's my time. Have a great night, and keep on doing your thing. Just keep positive. Wear masks. Believe in science. Believe in science. Okay, bye.